もう少しだが、あと一押し。あと二押し。あんたのブーツ。
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are?
三叉なんとか。
Sansa.
Show me the soles, please, Mr. Douglas.
靴底。
Fucking imbecile.
黒と白の螺旋模様。
The maker is Sensorique. The
サイズ
model is Color
43。
These are not the unusual horizontal pattern soles you
あ、
saw
横
in
模
the
様の
dust
靴
on
底
the
ではない。
floor of the hidden room. They
だ
do,
がサイズは
however,
同
seem
じ。
to be about the same size.
靴が違う
The size fits, but not the
サイ
size.
ズは一致するが、靴底が違う。97%。
Sire, he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
靴なんて履き替えられる。
Racking those brains, are you?
内地を絞ろうとしてるな。
Desperate to report something back to your masters. They must have really loved that dead fuck.
あの死んだクソ野郎は随分な人気者だったようだ。
The lieutenant gives you a quick sideways glance and nods to Egna. The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes.
あの足
You
跡は
can't
彼の
keep
もの
them
だ。
from flickering, looking for something.
視線が泳いでいる。まるで何かを探しているかのよう。
The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance. More
もっ
is
と
gonna crack, but you need a little more.
これ死んだ男と話したなんて言ったらアホだと思われない？大丈夫？話してみようか。
Stupid twat.
The lieutenant looks at you.
君が心配そうな眼差し
His eyes.
だよね。
Not this, he seems to say.
やめてくれと彼は言っているようだ
Anything but。this.
それだけはやめてくれ。彼の魂と交信したんだ。喧嘩を売る相手を間違えたな。俺には超常能力があるんだ。直感。でも俺更新したんだよな。直感なんてもうね、もうこれもまともな選択肢もないよ。警官が勘とかっていうのもな。だったら素直にこれから。
Matter does not behave in
物
such
質
a
がそんな風に作用することはない。
Those are aberrant bourgeois. Your brain is
お前の脳は
rotting
電波で
from
腐
the
っている。
radio waves.
He does not answer the provocation.
このアプローチがうまくいったとは思っていないようだ。
This
あ
just
あ、
did
こうかな
nothing.
し。
But still, somehow you knew it was a communist.
あ、確かに。それでもあなた様はなぜか知っていたのです。犯人が共産主義者であるということ。どうやって知ったんだ？
Perhaps you suspected it before you
もし
took
か
the
したらあ
case.
なた様は捜査を始める前から疑っていたのかもしれません。
The vision was you remembering that.
あれはお前の記憶が見せた幻。なるほど。
Was it supposed to? The inland sea is dark, vast, and on the surface, no, the miracle is still waiting. This is the darkness. You are. Soon it will happen.
Standing there, slack-jawed, brain festering.
弾道解析は済んでいる。
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the
男が
view?
一瞬小刻みに触れる。
You had direct visibility. They are
あなたは
embrasures
現場を
in
見通すことができた。
specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle. You've been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
I'm ready to die.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part.
Hmm. ファースケスと言ったな。
You're sad for your fascia brother, aren't you? One twig got broken. Now the others are sad.
Leave no stone unturned. Get him on what matters most.
あんたの協力は必要ない。
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistol. I've seen you prance around with that. Jumping, you look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen.
見られていた。
He would have a good view of the tribunal.
Ah.
from there. It's not just empty boasting.
あ、その銃撃か。銃撃戦か。
So
見
he
てた
saw
の
you.
か。
Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
話をいやでもね。話題をそらそうとするな。
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
ドラマティックに尋ねる。これが凶器で間違いないな。
4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range.
決まり
We
だ。
have it.
これ
This
が
is
凶
it.
器で間違いない。いいのかな、なんかしっくりこない。大丈夫かな。あ、でもタスク完了。凶器を探せ。スキルポイントを獲得。自白
This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this.
事件解
When you
決
have
だ
the。murder weapon, you have the killer.
Murder.
Like a marionette on some invisible
見え
string.
ない糸に操られているマリオネットのようだ。誰かになんか洗脳されてる？
A coalition trained
突然息を
murderer,
吹き返す。
armored and armed.
急に喋り出したぞ。
Human.
なんだ、どっかでなんか
The blunt end of a hammer, dripping
やりとり
with
してない。
blood.
奴が何者だったか知っているだろう。あいつは訓練を受けた連合の殺人鬼だ。彼は強姦魔だった。殺されても仕方がなかった。彼は殺人者だった。それでも法の保護下にはあった。彼も兵士だった。一人の人間だったんだ。彼も一人の人間だった。
Beating us to the ground, moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you
お
on
前ら
this
犬どもは
coast
死んだの
for
か、
40 years.
企業の訓練を受けた殺人鬼となるとやけに徹底した捜査をするじゃないか。この海岸でお前たちを見たのは40年ぶり。こんなことならもっと早く殺しておくべきだった。
Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in
お
your
前は今になっ
basement.
て地下のハーブ中毒
Now
者
you come to investigate.
を売春婦を
Not
痛
when
め
they
つけるの
die
をや
by
め
the
た。
hundreds.
そして今になって捜査を始めた。 数百人が命を落としたときは無視したのに。え？この人もハリーのこともしかして知ってる？
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say
彼
shot
を
him,
撃っ
not
たと
kill
言
him.
え。殺したではなく撃ったと言え。つまり、あんたが彼を撃ったんだな。
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you. Hush. He does not need to be pushed anymore. The ball is rolling.
I had them in my sights.
これは
Both of
照
them,
準を合わせ
him
た。
and the whore.
あの二
I
人。
was breathing with them, in phase, and I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth.
あの男の口に着地するまで。男は徐々に笑顔になっていく。
I didn't think I had a shot like
あ
that
んな
in
一
me
発はもう撃てない
anymore.
と思っていたが、
I
そ
did.
れは違った。
I saw him kneel
奴の口いっ
there
ぱい
with
に
his
しがみしてい
mouth full of
き
death,
膝をつくのを見
and
た
that。stupid look on his face.
あの女に落ち込んだ
His
まま。
dick still in her.
それでどうなった？
Nothing. I
どうに
went
も
to
なら
sleep.
ん。
Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last
うん、
spring.
復讐にやってくることは分かって
I
い
knew,
た。
and so
そして
they
思った
did.
通りになった。
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
うん。
Yes.
自白を引き出せ。いや、でもなんかおかしくない？
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young
うん、
woman,
被害者
having
と
sex
若い女性が寝ているところを見ていたんですね。
before you shot him?
The old man nods.
Why?
なぜですか？
Because that's what they would
あいつら
do.
がやっていたからだ。ただのエロじじじゃん。
The motive.
動
This
機、
is
動
where
機
the
なのそ
motive
れ。
is going to come from.
あ、これで動機が判明するぞ。
You can coax it out of him.
うまく聞き出
The
せ。
lieutenant's preparing the ground.
I don't understand.
どういうこ
Do
と
you,
でしょう？
detective? I don't understand
うん
this.
なぜあの夜彼らを見ていたんだ？
I'm always looking.
いつもしていることだ。再び彼の右半身に震えが走る。
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle?
うん
I'm
い
just
つも
trying to
ライフル
understand.
のスコープを覗いているんですか？
A rifle scope has the best
最高の倍
magnification.
Helps him see all the
And if you don't like it,
気に入らないものが見えたら
click.
勝ち。それが胸くそ悪いもんだったら
then you pull the trigger.
引き金を引くのか。
Yes.
ああ、
Think of it as a form of
He will not stop now. These dialectical materialist types never do. Exploit it. You got him going. Connect
口を割り
every
始
little
めた
piece
ぞ。
now. Wrap this up like a gift.
事件の夜、一体何が気に食わなかった？
them.
あの
Fuck
二人がやってい
it.
た。
I didn't like that.
それが気に食わなかった。あ、つまり嫉妬していた。
Jealousy is
そ
a
れは反
reactionary
動主義の発想だ。
concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying
強
himself.
奪者がいい思いをしているのが、
Soothed in the
ハーブ漬けになっ
arms of
て
a
若い
young
女の
woman.
腕に抱かれている
I
のが気に
wanted
食わな
him
かっ
to
ただけだ。
die so he could not enjoy life
奴を殺したかっ
anymore.
たのは、これ以上いい思いをさせたくなかったから。
For him to stop reacting to stimuli. To be broken off
ま
from
た
the
レベルアップ
world.
だ。
Cordoned into darkness.
And I wanted to see his head
あとは
explode.
奴の頭が吹っ飛ぶところを彼女に見せたかった。
She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second, writhing. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it,
あ、そういえば、 俺は奴の口を狙ったわけじゃなかった。脳みそを彼女にぶちまけたかったから。望みが全て叶うとは限らない。
This man has seen past her, like you
この
did.
男は彼女の本性を見抜いていた。お前と同じだ。
And now he longs to see her covered in blood. To punish her.
あの女を罰するために。いつから彼女を見ていた？
Since she came to Martinez,
彼女がマルティネ
I
ーズ
saw
に
her
来てからず
sneaking
っ
in
と
the
だ。
reeds early in the morning, behind the fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have a skimpy outfit
別に
on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
ん？あの傭兵が憎いんだったら、こんなとこから見てなくてもよくいいような気もするけどね。
Past the fell building on the coast? What was she doing there?
あ、フェルド電子のなんか隠したって言ってましたね。
Hiding
うん、
something
隠して
in the
た。
water.
でもなか
She
った
had
んだ
a
よ、
fire
中身が
after。she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me.
彼女から俺は見えなかったか、俺からは見えた。
She was nervous, but not scared.
緊張はしていたが怖がっている様子はなかった。
And beautiful.
そして美しかった。
That
その通りだ。嫉妬じゃないの？
How could you see what she looked like? You said it
う
was
ん、どう
dark.
やって彼女の顔の
the sun came up. Her hair was like
太陽が昇ると
cobwebs.
蜘蛛の巣みたいな
She
髪が見え
smoked more
た。
fags and snorted a line of whatever shit she was on. Right there.
何を隠したんだと思う？
Her passport.
彼女のパスポートとビラール行きのチケッ
And
ト。
from there to Cachet Brut.
詳しいね。
In the free state of Seminine,
セミナインの自由
hidden
州。
away at the edge of the earth.
ペイルの近く。おう。うん、中を見たか。
After she was
彼
gone.
女が去った後に。
Did you keep what was in it?
中身を抜き出しませんでしたか？うん、我々が見たときは空っぽだったのですが。
No. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villiers. I'd put them back. If I wanted to extort someone, I'd
中
do
身は元
better.
に戻した。
This implies that he's thought
あ、
about
つまり彼
extorting
女を
her.
脅迫することを考えたことがあるということだ。
Also, a little inconsistency here. He was surprised
それに矛盾しているぞ。
before.
この男は彼女の名前がクラーシェだと聞いて驚いていた。うんうん。うん。クラーシェだと言ったとき、あんたは初耳だって顔をしていた。
It didn't say Clausia.
クラーシェなんて書かれていなかった。ああ。なんて書いてあった？
It was something.
覚えていな
I
い。
don't remember. It was dark that morning. I only remember her face on the photo.
うん、本当に何もなかった。
Why would I need that trash? I'm not going to Villiers.
うん、その後も彼女を監視し続けていたのか。
I did.
ああ。
She had a face like an archipelago with those birthmarks.
奮闘のような顔をしていた。ほくろがあっ
Hard
て
and
な。
lean and
顔、
bruised
体は
all
引き締まっていて。
black and
ずいぶん
yellow.
見てるね。
I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was,
正
too.
体も分かっ
A
た。
spook.
うん、彼女はスパイだと言ってましたね。それ
Rever
は本当なん
shows
だね、じ
the
ゃあ。
waker of capital
誰かから
now.
逃げていた。
All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like Anna.
You could tell she was a spook from the documents?
文章を見ただけでスパイだと分かったんですか？
She had different color hair on the photo.
写真では髪の色が違って、で、メ
Forged.
ガネをかけていた。
Some sordid bourgeois affair.
ああ
He's setting it up for you.
この男はあなた様のためにお膳立てをしていま
The
す。
bruises. You can't make that out in a
あざ
sight.
なんてスコープでは確認できないはずだ。確かに。
You can't see
Scope
bruises
では
through
見え
a scope. It's just a blur.
ぼやけて見えるだけだ。 どうやって彼女の体の細部まで。うん。
It quickly comes to you.
すぐにある考えが浮かぶ。壁に焼いた穴から見たんじゃないのか。
Oh, yes.
ああ、そうとも。
Cutting those drugs of hers into little
彼女は
lines
ハー
with
ブを
a
ナイフ
knife.
で細かい線に刻んで字をしていた。なるほど。
Everything in him fills with impossible longing.
ただのエロじじいじゃないの？違うの？俺にはそうとしか思えないんだけど。
Did you make that hole?
With a clip point knife.
1ポイントないですか？
Good for listening in, too. For hearing the moaning and the snorts.
屋上の窓から見たことあるか？
Like that, too.
そんなこともしたな。
Bending like a bow against the glass.
うん。
I've been through all of Martinez. Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. Funny, the way you turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me.
Those two took the cake. You hear the familiar scribble of the lieutenant's pen. A quick one more loose end down. We're doing this, detective.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
うん、どうやって入ったんです。
I can just walk in there now after a good
清
wash.
掃後の今なら簡
I
単
told
に
you,
入れる。
they think I'm an antisocial.
閉
Closing
店
hours
時
is a
間が
good
ちょうどいい。
time. The
厨
kitchen
房が無人になる。
You had to open the steel door in the
そうそう。
kitchen? How?
鋼鉄製のドア。
I got that open a long time
あの
ago.
ドアを開けたのはもう随
Some
分前。
bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know.
こいつがあちこ
15 years
ちにスペアキーを
ago. He
置いて
left
いた。
spare keys all over. And I took one. Then I saw her turn the light.
Andy found use for it. A spare key, like the one hanging behind the union box window.
うん、彼女に思いを寄せていたんじゃないの？
There's
それは。
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough.
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping with water.
Oh.
Is he crying?
泣いている？
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know.
思いを寄せていたんだやっぱ。他の誰かには？
Yes. Over
過
the
去数年
years,
間で。
it's not unproletarian to feel something.
うん。だから窓辺にドライフラワーを置いたのか。
No,
いや？じゃあなぜ？
I don't really know.
わからない。
I was there one night.
ある夜
and
彼
she
女が
was
泣いてい
crying
た。
like a child in the corner of her room on the floor. Like she
いつの
does
話だ？
sometimes. The day after I
俺があの
killed
男を
him.
殺した次の日。うん。それで彼女にスズランを持って行ったのか。
Yes.
そうだ。
I don't know why I do the things I do anymore.
ああ、なんとも。まあ、帝国兵が憎い。でも、クラーシェを思っている。まあ、嫉妬心で殺して、だよね。帝国を敵だって言ってるけど、嫉妬のような感じですよね。で、自分のやったことによってクラーシェが泣いていて、それを後悔してる感じですね。うん、自分でも何をしてるのかもうわからん。
It's as if something put the thought there to leave the flowers.
彼女を慰めたかったんだろう。
Maybe
そうかもしれん。
I told you. I have holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here waiting for you.
A sudden pang of rage.
If you came 10 years ago, I would have killed you.
In the silence, the lieutenant draws a line in his notes. One more down.
一応これを聞きますが、違うと思うけどね。彼女を罰するために彼を殺したのか。
She practically breastfed that
彼女はあの男に母乳を与えていたようなものだった。
You wouldn't believe the things she let him do to her.
いや、俺はあんたとは違う。
No one gives a
お前がどう思う
shit
と
what
知った
you
ことか。
think. You and your cronies kill 10 working class men a day. I've heard the statistics on Channel 8.
つまり結論を言うと動機は被害者ではなく彼女だったんですよね。戦争っていう体にしてるけど違うね。
You hear a low frequency hiss, barely, beneath the audible spectrum. Then it's gone.
さっきはなんか足を見てるね。なんだろうな。
The lieutenant nods at you in
動機を聞き出
acknowledgement.
せ。
That's it. Motive. We have it.
Where is she, that Clasier?
今どこにいるんだ
I haven't
そ
seen
の
her
クラー
there
シェ
for
は。
days.
もう何日もあそこで彼女を見ていない。彼女は逃げたが、その前にここに来るように仕向けられた。ですね。仕向けられたというかね、教えてくれたというかね。
Gone. I knew
逃
it.
げたか。
She kept staring into the scope this
一
last
週
week,
間あの女はずっとスコープを見つめていた。
like she
この
knew.
島を。まるで知っていたかのように。おう。
She'd look at night, crying or smoking on the
俺
roof,
の方をじっと見つめ
staring
なが
right
ら。
into me. It doesn't matter.
Midtown, across the Bay of Revachol, the oceanic wind washes 40-story towers. Above them, Lucerne Central Aerodrome, a cocoon suspended in the sky by a web of suspension. On the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol. Yet still, she smiles among the crowd, among the great ghost of the city she's leaving, for another, far south. Smaller, distant, hidden, not like the great chandelier she sees sparkle in the night below her. Streetlights, towers, tenements, and water, and across it, a dark strip of ruins. He knew she knows. She was looking at the island, figuring it out, day by day, cigarette by cigarette.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what he's seen and done over the years? You could get more out of him. Enough. Take him in. Bend his
ああ、
arm
まだ
beyond his
58%
back
か。
and end this.
もういや、まだ聞かせるね。他にも何か気に食わないものを見ていたんじゃないのか。
Tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
Detest pushes the cobwebs out of his eyes. Pushes the
もっと
melancholy
具体的に
aside.
言ってくれ。
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house.
街全体が死体安置所のようなも
Strip
の。
clean and draped in neon. But Martinez...
マルティネーズは最悪だ。
Because of the racists.
レイシストどものせい
Everyone is
だ
a。racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio
確かに
shows.
ね、差別はね。
In the ruins, in their lorries, pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
ビブラートクレアだ。
Yes, the fly larva in his container.
ハエの幼
He
虫。
let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of
あ、フェリペ
Philippe
3世。
III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square
うん。
to spit on the working class. Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends
ここに
to
のレバーショールの
rebuild.
人間は少なくとも
These
再
people
建しているふりはして
still
いる。
live in ruins.
だがマルティネーズの連中は廃墟に住んだままだ。
Intense, like animals, like those boom boom morons on the
テントの
ice.
中で動
A
物の
pity
よう
they
に
didn't drown in that
氷
tent
の
of
上でやか
theirs.
ましくしてるバカども。これ、あれか。教会にいた、あいつらか。テントに入ったまま溺れ締めばよかったもの。
The worst of them is the blood-drenched
最悪なのはあ
Suprion
の血にまみれたスークリ
licking
アン。
her lips.
ボー
The
トに
old
乗っ
whore's
て
gone now.
舌なめずり
Gun-toting
しながらやって
porcelain
き
men
た。
are dead. So,
この年寄りの売春婦はもういない。これあれか。ジョイスさんか。多分。銃を持った連れの、
the worst is that old
本
cop
当に最悪なのは
parading
あの
around in
老い
his
ぼれ。
uniform, throwing balls all
制服を
day.
着て一日中ボールを投げて遊んでいる野郎。あ、
Racists and liberals are
ルネ
dancing
さん。
on our graves. The old
レイシスト
loyalist
とリベラル
ghouls still parade the
どもが俺たちの
ruins
墓の
too.
上で遊んでいる。だけでも許しがたいという。
Every morning he's
あいつは
there,
毎朝
while
あ
the
そこにいやがる。
parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon,
自らが戦って守った
or
寄生虫
some
ども。
other island they built their palaces on.
うん。
Feeding on drugs and having sex. That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sword. We did good when we pushed him under that horse car. If only, in the 30s, those disco
俺
whores.
たちが奴を馬車の前に突き飛ばしてやったのは上出来だった。
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only. What was that about? Steroids? It piqued your interest. There was something about a statue and nihilistic advertising agency people.
彫
Might be
像と
worth
虚無主義
investigating.
広告代理店。
And the Sucrian?
ヨット
On
でやっ
her
てき
yacht?
た。
Joyce.
ジョイスかな。
Boom boom morons on thin ice.
氷の上でやかましくしているバカども。
Those are the tent kids.
ディスコのアバズレ。